Hi guys, this is JP from FSiPanel. On this video, I want to show you the new training scenario mode of FSiPanel 2020 Advanced Edition. We are sitting right now in Frankfurt on a PMDG 737-800 aircraft. I just loaded the aircraft on runway 25 left, and as you can see, I didn't touch anything on the cockpit. And I will show you now what we can do with the Advanced Edition of FSiPanel. Okay, so what we want to do here is a training scenario. So to do that, you have to make sure that you comply with the scenario setup. In the first scenario, we are flying from Frankfurt, runway 25 left. So this was detected automatically by FSiPanel. Now, if you go to select fix, you will find a new button here, which is training scenario. So when we click on training scenario, we get the following scenarios. Right now, there is 2 scenarios. More will be added regularly. Every month we try to provide more scenario, and if you have idea about training scenario, please write any comment below, and I will try to create your scenario. So for example, now we have short training flight around ADDF, which is Frankfurt. This is my first scenario. You can see the training summary. Origin is Frankfurt, this runway 25 left, and my destination will also be Frankfurt on runway 25 left. If you click on session instructions and note, you will get a lesson plan where you can see short training flight in IFR, so requiring some pilot actions. This is the add-on which are compatible with that scenario. You get basically all the information about your flight. You see that we have to set our FMC as here, SID, then we have a direct routing to an holding, and we climb to 3,000 feet and we expect further clearance when airborne. So, as well, how to do that? You see Start Active Sky. If using it, you can use Active Sky or FSiPanel weather. It's up to you. You launched your P3D at the desired runway. In that case, it's Frankfurt 25 left. And prepare for departure, launch FSiPanel, and now we will do it together and see how it works. Here you get all the little tip about the scenario. I will let you have a look by yourself when you fly it. So let's go back into FSiPanel. All right, so we are ready to fly. You see here the option to load the cockpit snapshot. So if you have an aircraft which has snapshot enabled, you can basically choose to load the cockpit scenario. I will leave it on. And now the only thing I have to do is click on Start Training. Now what's happening in FSiPanel? You can see that now the weather is sent to Active Sky, so we should have a weather update. So that takes around 20 seconds. So for now you do nothing, just wait and see what's happening. After 20 seconds we will be still on the runway, but now you can see that something is happening. Your flaps are moving to 5. And let's see if we get any routing. So now we look into our FMC and we should start to see our routing, and obviously everything as well associated to that route. So we see that our cockpit is now ready to fly. We have the right QNH, we have the routes, auto brake is RTO, flaps 5, we have the engine anti-ice on as the temperature is very low. This is as well on the tip in your training lesson plan. And when everything is ready, we will get the information from ATC. You can see here FSiPanel 001 when ready, clear for takeoff, climb 3,000 feet, runway heading, expect radar vectors for ILS 25 left. We have the weather here, which is the actual weather. So always when you fly FSiPanel scenario, make sure you do your action. If you need to turn, climb, descend, do your action with your autopilot, and then only come here and acknowledge the instruction. So we are clear to take off, climbing to 3,000 feet on the runway heading. So everything is set. If you go into FSiPanel, you will see that training is green, which means that training is in progress. Should I click on training now, that will cancel my training scenario. So let's go back into our aircraft and we will try just a takeoff and see what's happening. So we are ready to go. Release the brake. Stable. N1 toga, set takeoff thrust. So now we will do the takeoff and see what's happening in the scenario. $80 knots is checked and we have throttle hold. Rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Alright, now by 400 feet we'll go heading cell. I'll engage, and I will engage the autopilot. So command A. 1000 feet, let's start our acceleration. Flap up speed 220. Now you see we get an ATC message, so make sure you comply before you do anything else. So FSiPanel 001, turn left heading 160. 160 and climb and maintain 3000 feet. Perfect. So 3000 feet we're here and we are turning 160. We are heading alt wide. Everything perfect. So I can acknowledge the ATC instructions. Now we have moving arrow toward flaps 1. Let's go flaps 1. Alt wide, alt hold. Now we are coming to 1. Positive arrow toward up, flaps up. Flaps are up, no light after takeoff checklist. Be careful here with your ignitions because we are still in icing condition. 7 degrees with visible moisture, so we keep the anti-ice on. So after takeoff checklist is completed. So now basically we are complying with the instructions from ATC. We are heading 160 and we are maintaining 220 knots and we just fly. Basically we have been told with the clearance that we expect vectors or we expect some further instructions later on. So we just continue our flight. Oh, I can see already on my screen that we've got traffic coming. So I have to be ready for that traffic now, which is coming. Alright, so the external lights on. We have traffic. Of course, here maybe you will ask ATC, but if ATC doesn't give you anything, just comply with your instructions and we will get ready if we need to for a TCAS resolution. So the traffic is coming from 11 o'clock within the 5 miles now. I have no visual contact on the traffic so far. And we should get very soon a TCAS warning from the system. Now it's coming within our 3 miles. Traffic, check. I have control. Seatbelt sign is on, the lights are on. Now your first officer will be looking for the traffic. I don't see anything. Okay, now we have a descent, autopilot off, and smoothly apply the TCAS procedure. Alright, adjust. You see, and we are low, very low as well, so we have to be careful. I didn't get any contact on the traffic. It looks like it passed. Okay, the traffic has passed. So we'll say FSI 001, we are clear of conflict, returning to 3000 feet. So level change. Command, and we check our mode. We have N1 heading MCP speed, climbing to 3000 feet. Now we get ATC instruction. FSiPanel 001, climb 5000 feet, direct CHAVOR. So 5000 feet. Direct Charlie Hotel Alpha VOR. Oh, and we get a master caution, so let's prioritize what we are doing. So CHA on top, execute, LNAV, and hold. Okay, the aircraft is turning, join the holding as published, and when ready, clear for the ILS transition. So let's see what we have now. We get an electrical master cautions. The pop-up screen here came, and we see that we have a low pressure, oil low pressure on my engine number 2. All right, so now which checklist will you take, guys? Think about it. We have a source of light here, and we have as well a problem, the oil pressure on the engine number 2. So what do you think? Now it's even blinking, and the oil pressure below 13 becomes red, which if you take the QRH will ask you to shut down the engine, and if you don't do it, now we have an engine fail. All right, so let me pause this. I will just fly the airplane for now and explain what happened here. We had basically a loss of oil pressure, which trigger an electrical function, an electrical issue first. We have the master caution light for and source of light, but in fact the source of light is due to the engine failure. So analyze the situation properly. Now, okay, we just have an engine failure. We are already above up speed. My good engine is the left engine, so I will just trim a little bit the rudder to the left. See where we are here. Looks good. And now basically we will do the QRH for engine failure. And after that we go in the hold and we will fly the approach. We are already clear for the approach whenever ready. So we will fly the approach and land, and you will get ATC instruction all the way up to landing. Okay, so for now I will let you do that scenario, guys. If you have the ability to post your video on YouTube, that will be very nice. And when I have a couple of videos there, or when you have the time to practice that scenario, I will do my own scenario here with the whole QRH until landing, so you can follow what I did and compare to what you've done. All right, this was to introduce you to the training scenario of FSiPanel 2020. Training still in progress, it's not over, and you will get training sessions added every month. All right, hope you enjoyed this video, guys. As always, stay safe, and hope to see you soon. Hope to see you soon on another FSiPanel video. Bye bye.